Hello everyone, my name is Huang Kaiyu from Dalian University of Technology and I am one of the authors of this workshop paper. It's my great honor to share our research, context-aware word segmentation for Chinese real-world discourse, and is a document-level task for Chinese word segmentation. My presentation is divided into four parts. Firstly, I will introduce the background and motivation of our task in brief. Secondly, I will explain the methodology of our work, and then I will show the extensive experiments in the section 3. Finally, I will do a conclusion for our proposed method, and then I will talk about the research direction and how to improve our task in the future. Chinese word segmentation has a long research history as an essential task for downstream Chinese NLP tasks. From bake-off evaluation task, the annotated training data is opened publicly. Unlike other NLP tasks such as machine translation and text classification, Chinese word segmentation doesn't need a huge amount of corpora to train and could get a competitive performance. The F value, which is the most popular evaluation in many NLP tasks, is almost achieve at least 97% by supervised learning methods. The CRF and BIRSTM are the most popular models to deal with Chinese word segmentation, but a pure model cannot perform well for the cross-domain Chinese word segmentation. The out-of-vocabulary words cannot be recognized correctly by the methods that only rely on the annotated training data. So researchers utilize many external resources, such as domain dictionary and rich pre-training character embeddings. Further, the BERT or other pre-training models perform well in many NLP tasks recently and can get a significant improvement for Chinese word segmentation. It seems that it's hard to get improvement for the Chinese word segmentation task. From previous outstanding works, we exploit new gaps for Chinese word segmentation. So, the fine-tuning transfer learning method can alleviate the out-of-vocabulary issue and get a significant improvement for Chinese word segmentation. The out-of-vocabulary problem, which troubles us for a long time, has a good solution through this new learning paradigm. The scores of benchmarks have been refreshed quickly, but it still have some defects in practical application. We call these defects new gaps. So where is the new gap? Generally speaking, all above-mentioned methods adopt sentence level optimization. Neural network methods are good at processing short sentences instead of long sentences or document-level text, especially for Chinese word segmentation. Although some neural architectures try to alleviate this problem, such as the famous long short-term memory neural network, the performance still drops dramatically under a long maximum length of sentences. We usually control the maximum length under 100 characters. It leads to a new gap. The input sentences are independent. It will lose the context information. The segmentation inconsistency is most direct embodiment of this gap. Here is the new gap. Is an unsegmented document text. We first segment this document by a state-of-the-art neural model. We find that the word Gaoshan occurs many times, but this word is segmented into different results. In particular, it seems that this problem can be solved by constraint rules, but it's hard to judge which result is correct. Besides, Gaoshan may also occur as the high mountain instead of a person name. The the constraints cannot deal with a complex situation, so we try to study an intelligent algorithm to solve this problem. The method can apply to common domain rather than specific domain. The supervised method relies on the training data. This does not apply to the real-world scenario, so we try to adopt the unsupervised learning method. Our proposed method is divided into 3 steps: a word lattice-based pre-segmenter, a rejudged module. This module utilizes an auxiliary segmenter to help us. Both the pre-segmenter and the auxiliary segmenter adopt sentences level optimization. Through the first 2 steps, some uncertain segmentation splits are detected. Finally, we use a context-aware algorithm to record the splits with high degree of confidence. The confidence is computed by our proposed formula. The formula takes into account context information and the marginal probabilities of each split. The context-aware algorithm considers the document-level information and acts on the global field of discourse, so the method can be regarded as a document-level optimization. Here is the flow diagram of our proposed method. As we introduce above, first, we segment the unsegmented corpus with the pre-segmenter. The pre-segmenter achieves high performance on vocabulary words. Then, the rejudged module chooses the uncertain splits as potential out of vocabulary words. Finally, the core context-aware algorithm utilizes the document-level information to screen the uncertain splits. The sequence labeling task is to find the maximum probability path. A new path is reconstructed through this step. For better understanding our proposed method, I represent the process visually. Here is an segmented sentences. It is omitted and we only retain important parts. Some keywords are segmented into continuous single word, and these words occur many times in the discourse. Then we utilize the auxiliary segmenter result to recognize these uncertain splits. All these words are not segmented correctly by the auxiliary segmenter. We don't choose a result from these 2 segmenter directly, and only take the advantage of the predictive ability of character-based segmenter. Finally, the core context-aware algorithm utilizes the document-level information to screen the uncertain splits. It will combine the splits when they always occur together, and the front of a split, the behind of it, are different as well. We think these splits are always regarded as a word in empirical analysis. Extensive experiments show that our proposed method is effective in discourse area and achieves a competitive performance for real-world Chinese word segmentation. To evaluate our method, we build a new benchmark with document-level text for Chinese word segmentation. It contains the latest news and the Chinese medical articles. From the table, it's obvious that supervised method perform worse on a real-world scenario because the data distribution is huge difference between a common benchmark and the real world. This is why we find a lot of segmentation errors when we use the segmentation tools with high performance on common benchmarks. We find that the pre-training models alleviated out of vocabulary issue from the table. The LSTM and the BERT performance fail due to the pre-training embedding. The LSTM performance well because it utilizes BERT embedding as well. And our proposed method achieves a competitive performance. In particular, we compared our proposed method with the sentence level 1. The sentence level represents that we lose all document level information through our context-aware algorithm. It's observed that our proposed document level optimization is effective. In summary, we intuitively propose a context-aware method to boost the segmentation inconsistency in discourse. We think that how to solve the practical problem for Chinese are significant. In some cases, we should jump out of the common benchmarks. So we build a new benchmark for Chinese word segmentation or document level real world scenario. And our method is try to adopt a document level unsupervised learning algorithm for Chinese word segmentation in a real world scenario. So besides, there is still much room. We think that there are many application scenarios on Discourse. For example, the same problem of inconsistency occurs on other downstream NLP tasks. For our task, the scale of the benchmark is still limited. We will expand them and make it more reliable. And our proposed method will influence some in vocabulary words. Further, we will try to alleviate this issue by incorporating the syntactic information. And thank you for your listening. The above is all context.